Hi guys, it's Jen Smith from the Galley Restaurant in St. Michael's. Tonight I thought I'd come to you live from our kitchen at home and talk to you about Oysters Rockefeller. Tomorrow is National Oyster Day, and I thought this would be a great opportunity to bring you into our own home and teach you how we make our own Oysters Rockefeller at the Galley. This is a secret recipe that is no longer secret since I'm sharing it with all of you. For this recipe, it's very simple. It's something that can be made fairly quickly. Of course, you'll need oysters, and our oysters are from Whitman's Wharf, and they're local diver oysters, and which I've already shucked, and I have them in the shell ready to go. We also have just basic spinach dip. We've got spinach, sour cream, some cream cheese. I've also got some applewood smoked bacon, and I don't know about you, but I really like cooking our bacon in an oven rather than doing it in a frying pan. At the restaurant, as most of you know, we've got a limited amount of space, somewhat like a kitchen on a boat, thus the name of the restaurant being the Galley. We thought it was appropriate. We have to be alternative thinking when we try to come up with dishes there, and think outside the box of like using the space that we have. How can we cook things? So a lot of the food that we prepare is either in one of our ovens, or we have a few air fryers. A lot of the food we make, we just use regular conventional oven for. It's great. So for our bacon, that is something that we absolutely, all of our bacon is cooked on pans, sheet pans, in an oven, and it comes out perfect every time. It never burns. It's easy to watch. There's no flipping or rotating. If you've never tried cooking bacon in an oven before, I highly recommend it. The next item that we're going to be using is just regular shaved Parmesan cheese, and these are fairly large pieces. And you can buy this at your local grocery store. And then I think one of my secret ingredients is these crispy fried onions, which are like the onions that you would use at Thanksgiving when you're making a green bean casserole. Same exact onions, French's, I believe, onions. And then I have some lemons already cut for garnish, and I've got some arugula over here just for garnish as well. And I wanted to show you my favorite knife, one of my favorite tools in the kitchen. This knife, actually, it looks like it wouldn't be that great, but purchased it on Amazon, and it is my favorite knife. Out of all the knives in our whole house, this is my favorite, except for when I'm slicing fish, which if you know me, you know that I love sushi and sashimi, and I love fishing as well. I love to fish, and so in my younger years, I would do a lot of spear fishing and fishing off boats in Hawaii, Catalina, Fiji, all over the place, Mexico, Caribbean. So I've gotten pretty good at filleting fish. This knife I also found on Amazon. It comes in a great little case, and it comes with a great case, and it's a beauty of a knife. So it's great for filleting fish. Okay, so like I said, this is a fairly simple recipe. I will also point out that I am drinking water. I have been on a major lifestyle change for the past year. This 2 days ago marked 1 year of some significant changes in my life, and so trying to drink more water and not as much alcohol, which it's amazing what that does for you. But this just has some sliced lemon and some sliced ginger, and so you can just take like a regular piece of ginger, take off the edges. I don't know if you know this trick, but I thought I'd share it with you as well. It's kind of off subject, but when you're trying to peel ginger, you can just take a handy little spoon instead of using a regular peeler, and you can just scrape the skin right off of the ginger with your spoon. It's really, really, really simple. But anyways, that's how you do that. I thought I'd share that with you. And then once it's done being peeled, it just basically looks like a root. And knife and slice, some thin pieces off of it, and throw it right into my water with the lemon slices. It's delicious. I did want to show you also with this knife that how the lemon, it slices, it's magnificent. It just it goes right through it. Like super beautiful, thinly sliced lemons. Again, right into my water. So, cheers. Okay, so let's make the Oysters Rockefeller, galley style. I am going to take my pan of oysters, and I start off by putting a little dollop of the spinach and artichoke dip on each of the oysters. And just go around. Now my family loves these oysters. My husband, Matt, swears that these are the best Oysters Rockefeller that he's ever had. And anytime we go to a restaurant where there's Oysters Rockefeller on the menu, we always have to order them just to see how they compare against mine. I came up with this recipe on my own. I just made it up, just thought it sounded good, and so the idea of putting the crispy onions on it, some people might go, that kind of sounds weird, but when you try it, trust me, it's delicious. So I've gone ahead and I put a little bit of a dollop of spinach on each one of these, and then I go and I just take a nice big piece of bacon, of the applewood smoked bacon, and I put that on top. Sometimes I put, depending on the size of the oyster, you can put 1, 2, 3. That jumbo oyster right there is getting 3. Every size of bacon's a little bit different, so you just go with what you like best. And again, the bacon's already cooked, fairly well. You don't want any soft or chewy bacon on here. It has to be crisp. And so after every oyster has a little piece of bacon on it, we are going to top that off with a little bit of Parmesan cheese. So again, just regular shaved Parmesan cheese. I'm just, you don't have to be stingy with the cheese. I like to put a lot of cheese on it, a lot. And our guests really seem to like this as well. Okay. I also want to point out that this dish can be made, gluten-free, dairy-free. There's all sorts of different alternatives and substitutions that can be made. For this particular one, I am using, you can do a vegan style. I've done this we have vegan chorizo, so you can put that on top. It's so good. But this is going to be made with our applewood smoked bacon, the spinach dip. It's got cream cheese and sour cream in it, and of course our Parmesan has the cheese, and the onions, of course, contain gluten. But you can just, you can get some gluten-free crackers, and you can put those in a food processor and chop them all up, and it's a great substitution. So now we've got all of the oysters prepped, and we're going to go ahead and put it in the oven. We're going to let it bake for a little while. I'm going to go ahead and put this in the oven now. I put it in at around 350, 375, depending on the strength of your oven. I let it cook for anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes. It shouldn't take that long. And then we're going to top it off under the broiler for a little bit and really let it get nice and brown and crispy. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in, and I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Okay, so while the oysters are cooking, I thought we could talk about plating and presentation, because I think that the appearance of your food when it's served, the attention to detail and the thought that's put into it plays such a major role in pleasing your guests in your home and your customers. It shows that you really, put thought into it, and you care about them, and that you're making an extra special effort to make the evening, the dinner, the luncheon special. So, I brought out 2 of my favorite plates that I like to use for anything seafood. This is a fish, obviously. I have no idea where I got this, but it's very old. But so I love this plate, and then I also have this, which is a fish as well. I don't think that I'm going to use this one it just doesn't, I mean, I could put like, you know, the arugula on the bottom and just kind of plate the oysters on top of it. That might look kind of cute. Maybe we'll put a couple on this just as a little side dish, but I thought instead that I would use this, and we'll put some arugula down. I love orchids. Orchids are edible. We like to use them at the Galley. We garnish our plates with them. So I'm gonna put a little couple orchids on there. I might throw on a little rosemary, and then of course lemons. But let's go ahead and just prepare the plate for when the oysters do come out. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of arugula on the bottom of the platter. And I don't know about you, but I love arugula. It has so many great nutrients and vitamins, and it's just, I love the taste of it. It's got that little peppery kind of flavor to it. Delicious. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that on there, and then take a couple pieces of the rosemary. And you know, speaking of produce, we get all of our produce from Teddy Bear Fresh, which is local. It's in Easton. We get that on a daily basis except for Sundays. They've got a great selection of produce, both organic and non-organic, but really love Teddy Bear and the gang there. They are an amazing crew, and they're always, you know, willing to help out, and love them. We also, you know, we like to go to the farmer's market in St. Michael's when that is open. And I will take, you know, a few people from the kitchen, go over there, see what's available, tomatoes, fresh tomatoes, any kind of flowers, lettuce. They always have something fun over there just to kind of add on as a special. And if you see my children in the background, they are in the backyard on the go-karts getting muddy because it rained yesterday, or actually it rained today. Okay, so this is what I have so far, and I am just going to take a second. I'm going to check on the oysters, see how they're doing, and they're coming along. Looks good. So I'm going to probably put on a few lemon wedges just to add a little bit of color. And I think I'm going to, like I said, I think I'm going to maybe put a couple on this little fish plate as well. So I'm going to need to get some more arugula, so bear with me. Okay, I'm back with some more arugula, so I am going to get this going. Oh, wow. Okay, well, you might have heard the noise outside. The girls have been...
Hi, Mom.
Oh, Lord. The girls have been on their go-karts, and it looks like you guys have been playing in the mud. All right, well, Billy, you want to come in? Wow, we're missing one. Where's that? Okay, all right. Well, you guys have had a mud bath. Okay, you need to wipe all this up, and
What did you do?
I'm going to take a small break and clean up this mess, and I'll be right back. Okay, I've cleaned up the mud, and I'm back. Okay, I think it's about time to take out the oysters, so let me check. Just a couple more minutes. So, have a little drink of water, and we'll wait a couple more minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna look again and see if they're almost done. I think they are. I think it's time to take them out. So, let's see how they look. They look great. Look like. I hope you can see. So now we're gonna sprinkle on the fried onions. Now we're gonna go ahead and take them, and I usually take them and like kind of crunch them up in my hand. Of course, in the restaurant we wear gloves, but okay. So I kind of crunch them up, and then I just sprinkle them on top. Also, something you can do is you can just take a little bit of the lemon and just kind of. I'm gonna move this so we can see that better. I'm just gonna take a little wedge of lemon, kind of squeeze it on top, not get any seeds on there. Just a lemon seed. Okay. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just take that the onions and sprinkle them up on top. And these give it such a really yummy, unique flavor. The combination of the texture, the crispy, the fried onions, and then with the pungent taste of the Parmesan cheese, then with the creamy texture of the oysters and the spinach dip. It's really just an amazing combination. All right, so there we go. Now all of the oysters have been sprinkled with the crispy onions. I'm gonna wash my hands really quick. Okay, take these ingredients out of the way. Keep your station clean. And another sip of water. All right, so we have our two platters. And so I think that what I'm gonna do is, let me see both of them. I am going to start with this, ooh, that's hot, stand by. Watch out, Ranger. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with our big fish platter and, just place them on there nicely. Try to make them towards the guest. And it's always very important that when you're presenting food, that it's actually facing the person that's going to be eating it. So I think we're going to do maybe 5 on here just to keep the numbers odd. And there we go. That looks beautiful. And then I'm going to just give this a go and see how it looks. But I'll use some of the smaller oysters on here. Maybe add a few lemon wedges. Go. That's cute, I think. We have both of these now ready to go. And put a little flour here. Maybe another one down here. And get a couple more of those lemon wedges. We're gonna need some lemon. I'm gonna just slice this really quick. A little bit smaller. Presentation. There we go. So Milka in our kitchen, who has been with us for quite some time, she is just amazing at decorating plates. I don't know how she does it, but she's very artistic and always does a great job with making things look very pretty, presentable, and appealing to the eye. So I think that's about it. I think we are ready to serve. So again, I've got this smaller dish right here, the fish with 3 oysters, Rockefeller. And then I have this larger platter right here with 5. And I think they both look beautiful and delicious. So cheers, happy National Oyster Day. And if you don't feel like making this at home, come on down to the Galley. We serve this daily on our regular menu. And then tomorrow for National Oyster Day, we're gonna be doing a special on it as well. So we have raw oysters, oysters Rockefeller, and oysters chancho, which is also very delicious. And I hope to see you guys soon. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope you have a wonderful day, evening, what's left of it, and hope to see you tomorrow at the Galley.